Hi, this is Ariel Hill from my interview with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Today I will be using my beautiful model, Asia. As you can see, she has the beautiful canvas for a makeover. We've already prepped Asia's skin with her daily skincare regimen, followed by a little bit of Natural Radiance foundation from NARS Cosmetics. We also took a little bit of Pro Longwear concealer from MAC underneath her eye for an additional highlight. As you can see, we've already perfected and sculpted one brow. Let's get started. For this brow, we will start by contouring the brow and just giving her a little bit of definition. As you can see, Asia already has a nice, beautiful, bushy brow. Asia likes to get her brows threaded, and you can see that she's missing just a teeny bit of hair, but don't worry, we'll take care of that. The first product that I'm going to be using is a pencil, and I like this because it's a nice, easy arch. I'm going to start by lining her natural line of her brow and just kind of dragging the pencil from right to left until we get like the perfect arch. And at the top, we are also going to do the same thing. Now we know this is the peak of her brow bone, so that's going to be the highest point. So I'm going to take the pencil and I'm going to give her a nice lifted arch and just drag it on down. Asia has beautiful brows, so a lot of work does not need to be done for her. And plus, the hottest thing right now is a nice, thick, full brow. Secondly, after we've created that definition, today we'll be using the Anastasia powder, the Duo in dark brown. And I'm going to start with the darkest shade here. Starting with the darkest shade, I'm going to start from the center of the brow. And I'm going to work my way down, just filling in the hair like so. Beautiful texture. Just creating a nice, even tone. Then we'll take the lightest shade, and I'll be taking that, and I'll be using that towards the front just to lift her brow. A natural highlight. After we've done that, I'm gonna go back in and I'm just going to brush the brow in which it grows naturally. And you can see that we gave her the perfect arch. Just gonna take a teeny bit of my concealer, which I already have on the back of my hand. It's a liquid concealer. I'm just going to highlight underneath the brow, just a little bit. When you highlight the brow, you give it extra dimension and definition. And it's really going to accentuate what we just did for her. Of course, you want to make sure that you use the brush and the concealer precisely, just to blend it out, like so. It's very important. Blending is super important, so it looks a little bit more natural that way. I'm going to take a little bit of this product called Gimme Brow by Benefit Cosmetics. It's the shade number 3. I chose this shade because, as you can see, Asia has a beautiful dark brunette tone of hair, and it's not so dark. This is the perfect shade for her. And I'm gonna go ahead and take it like so, and I'm going to stroke the hair naturally into the direction that it grows. So we know that the hair naturally goes vertical, that way I am shaping the brow, and as it goes horizontal, you want to brush as so. Wow, now that's a brow. Next, we're going to do some eyes. Today, Asia and I decided that she is going out this evening, so she's going to be doing a nice smoky eye. We're going to take a little bit of a primer for the eye. This is Laying Low. It's a paint pot by MAC Cosmetics, and I like to use a flat brush like so. I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of this paint pot, and I'm just going to gently sweep it across the lid of the eye, like so. Now, there is no rule to where the placement of this primer should go. It should go everywhere, even underneath the brow. Now, beforehand, Asia and I talked about her skin, and she did inform me that she gets very oily in her T-zone, even on the lids of her eye. So that is why primer is very pivotal to her makeup application, especially on the lid of the eye. All done. Next step, taking a little bit of MAC Cosmetics. I have this beautiful burnt tone of a color. It's like a brownish burnt tone, and we're gonna go ahead and use this in the crease of her lid. Asia has this beautiful shape, almond eye. So the reason that we chose this color is to give her some definition and to warm up her eyelid. That way, when we create the smoky eye, it blends nicely and it doesn't just look caked on or piled on. So we'll go ahead and take this color, and if you open Asia, you can see that this is the lid of her eye where her orbital bone is. And we're just gonna go ahead and take this brush like a windshield wiper. You wanna move it back and forth to create a nice symmetrical look. This is such a beautiful color.
Beautiful color.
Gorgeous. All done. Now let's do the other side. Once again, you want to find her orbital bone, like such. And then you just want to gently go across like a windshield wiper, back and forth, just to create some definition. And these tones blend well with her complexion and her undertone. That's also another reason why we picked this color. Beautiful. This is creating an illusion of smoke. Secondly, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take another color, which is more of a taupey brown shade, and we're gonna go ahead and put that on top of that raisin color. Just to mix it up just a little bit, just to soften it, like such. Once again, you're gonna go back and forth like a windshield wiper, and you just really want to blend back and forth, back and forth. Same thing with the other side. Beautiful. Lastly, I am going to take this darker tone. It's like a cranberry color. The name of it is called I'm Into It by MAC Cosmetics. Now this color, we're gonna use this to give an additional smoke on the edge of the eye. And we're just gonna pop that right there in the crease, focusing on the outer corner of the eye, once again like a windshield wiper. But this time, instead of going all the way around, we're just gonna go about midway, like such. We're also gonna take the same shade, and this time we're gonna sweep it downward. Because Asia has this almond-shaped eye, we want to lift it up and give her the best shape as possible, just to keep her eyes lifted and show off the shape of her eye. Once again, blending is super important. Perfect. Now we'll do the other eye. So same thing. Start in the bottom of the eye and work your way up towards the center, right on that orbital bone, sweeping it back and forth like such. And don't forget, this time, not only that, you're going to connect it towards the bottom, like such. Because of the shape of her eye, we want to keep it lifted, like such. Perfect. Now before we move on to the eyelid color, as you can see, this part is a little bit naked, but that's okay. We're gonna add some color to that. Before we move on, we're gonna take a nice fluffy brush This brush, I believe, is from Sigma, and it's the number E40. And we're gonna go ahead and blend everything out. That way it's evenly distributed amongst the eye, and we have no sharp points. And everything just looks evenly distributed. Blending is super, super important, especially during a smoky eye. And we're gonna go ahead using that same technique, that windshield wiper technique, back and forth, but this time we'll also swirl the brush, just like that. Perfect. For the center of the eye, Asia likes a little bit of bling. Therefore, we will be using Tarte. It's Top Yacht. It's a chrome paint, like such. To apply that, I'm going to use the exact same brush that I used to apply her eye base. Just a flat brush like this will do the job. And I'm just going to add that in the center of the eyelid and work my way towards the middle. Like such. And this lays beautifully. And the reason I chose this brush is because products like this may have a little bit of fallout. Therefore, we want to be able to grip the product. If we use a fluffy brush, it will create fallout underneath her eye, and we've already done her foundation, so we don't really want to mess it up that much. Starting in the center and working our way towards the inner corner, like such. And just kind of pressing the product in. It's a technique, you just kind of want to press it in, like such, till you feel like you have enough bling. Then I'm going to go back in with that Sigma fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and buff everything out around the eye. Go ahead and open. Voila. Go ahead and take a liner brush like such, and I'm going to go ahead and take that beautiful burgundy color that I'm Into It is the name of it, that we use for the outer, and we're going to go ahead and drag it underneath her lash line to give her some liner. Some additional smoke is what I like to call it. This is going to give her more of a fierce look and also accentuate the shape of her almond eyes. And we just want to drag it across like such, back and forth. Once again, we're going to start from the outer corner and drag it in her liner. Perfect. Now, after eyes are complete, the next we will do a contour and a highlight to the face, my favorite part. We will be using this nice brown. It's like a raisiny brown. It's called Swiss Chocolate by MAC Cosmetics. This is going to warm up the tone of Asia's face. Also going to be using this nice angled brush from NARS Cosmetics. Now this brush is going to help perfect that line that we want to see. So you want to start from her hairline, midway down to the cheekbone, like such, like such, back and forth, nice even sweep. Now that's the contour. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like that. We're going to blend it out. Once again, a nice even sweep. Don't forget about the temples of her forehead. I like to just go around. Even though she has a gorgeous forehead, we're just going to close it off just a little bit, like such. And then, to give her a nice sharp jawbone, we're also going to go ahead and we're going to connect it from the hairline and drag it down underneath her chin and just sweep it like so. And this is going to give her a nice contoured look. Now we can go in with our fluffy brush like so. And we're just going to blend in the product, but this time we're going to be sweeping it in an upward motion into the cheek. Like such. And blending is super important. So you want to go back and forth in a circle like such. Don't forget to blend out the forehead. This is going to give her a nice sun-kissed look. Kind of like if the sun were to hit you naturally, it would hit her right in those areas. Same thing, just blend it upward. And don't forget the forehead. Perfect. Now, I'm going to mix her contour shades. I'm going to use a little bit of this Anastasia Beverly Hills, this color. We're just going to take a little bit of this color. It's a little bit more of a brownish shade. And this will also give her some definition, just to warm up the cheek, just a smidge. And I'm just going to go ahead and accentuate the cheek. Now my favorite part, the highlight. For the highlighter, we will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit with the shade Hot Sand. I will be using this nice brush from NARS Cosmetics. So for the highlight, we're going to accentuate her cheekbones as such. We want to apply the highlighter just above the contour like such. Oh, love it. I'm going to take it a little bit up. And I chose this direction for her because of the shape of her face. We really want to accentuate her cheekbone. We're going to go ahead and do the other side as well. We're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amarizi collection, my favorite highlighter. And I'm just going to pop that right on top. Don't be ever afraid to mix highlighters. It's never too much bling, never too much highlight. And I'm just going to pop that right on top of the other one. And the reason that I use this one second and the other one first is because this one, as you know, is a gold, but it's more of a white gold, and the other one is more of a bronzy gold. And due to her complexion, we want to gradually warm up the highlight without just putting this on first. It may make her color look a little bit more drab. So therefore, I'm going to take this and we're just going to accentuate the bridge of her nose like so. Beautiful. And I love a little highlight on the forehead. We're just going to add a little bit right in the center above her brows like such, where if the sun naturally hits you, it would hit her peak like such. Love it. We're going to go ahead and use a liner. It's called Quirk by MAC Cosmetics. It's a brown liner, a natural brown. And I'm just going to line her lip. Like such. We're going to take a little bit of this gloss from MAC Cosmetics. It's called Spite. It's a nice nude, but it has kind of a mauve undertone in it, as you can see. I'm going to go ahead and apply that gloss with my lip brush. And the reason that I'm doing it with a lip brush is so I can evenly distribute the product on her lip. Perfect. Go ahead and block. Look at that lip. Now that's a lip. Perfect. And lastly but not least, we're going to go ahead and apply some mascara on Asia. We're going to be using They're Real by Benefit. And just give her a little bit more drama with this smoky eye. Perfect lash. And I love a little bit of mascara at the bottom, just to open the eye a little bit for an extended pop, like such. Now this is a smoky eye with a nude lip. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.